Good morning, students. Today, I'm going to revise the lesson that we had done previously, and I have prepared a mind map of separation techniques for mixtures. If the mixture is a solid mixture, maybe iron filing with sulfur, maybe iron filing with, let's say, uh, sand, or let's say a mixture of iodine and sand. All the constituents in that particular type, they are solid mixtures. So how do I separate it? There are two methods mainly, that is magnetic separation, and the second one is sublimation. Now when do I go for magnetic separation? If one of the component is a magnetic substance, for example iron filing and sulfur. So iron filing and sulfur, this mixture can be separated by using a magnet. So magnetic separation. Now sublimation. When do I go for sublimation? If one of the components, or let's say the constituents, is a subliming substance, maybe iodine, maybe camphor, maybe ammonium chloride, etc., then I need to go for sublimation. For example, mixture of iodine and sand. A mixture of ammonium chloride and sand. Ammonium chloride is the subliming substance. So the method of separation is sublimation. Are you with me? Now, suppose if the mixture is a solid in liquid mixture. So a solid is dissolved in, let's say, in a liquid, maybe water or any other solvent. There are various methods for separation of these types of mixtures: sedimentation and decantation, filtration, evaporation, distillation, etc. Let us discuss the first one: sedimentation and decantation. For example, you are given to obtain water from muddy water. Then I go for sedimentation and decantation, because the sediment will settle at the bottom, and decantation followed later on will give you water which is free from mud. The second option is filtration. Filtration, you are supposed to use a filter paper, right? And the pores of these filter paper, they are very small, minute. So if you are given a mixture of sand and water, what do? I go for filtration. Or a mixture of chalk powder, right? You make into a dust, right? And mix it with water. So a mixture of chalk powder and water can be separated by filtration. Now we move on to evaporation. I am sure you are aware of this term, evaporation. You studied in chemistry, you studied in physics, everywhere. So suppose you're supposed to obtain common salt from seawater. Which method do I go for? Evaporation. And the last one is distillation. Now this is of course quite complicated, right? And a separate apparatus is used for the purpose of distillation. For example, you are given pure water from common salt solution. That means you're supposed to obtain pure water from, let's say, sea water, because sea water contains salt dissolved in it. How do I get it? By the process of distillation. Now the next method, now before we start with separating functional fractional distillation, look at the mixture. What type of mixture is it? Liquid mixture. Now liquid mixture can be separated if the mixture is, let's say, immiscible. That means one liquid is not miscible in the other liquid. Then I go for separating funnel. I use a separating funnel for separating a mixture of kerosene oil and water. I can also separate a mixture of carbon disulfide, which is a solvent, and water by using a separating funnel. Now, fractional distillation is based on the difference in the boiling points. Now, this mixture of ethyl alcohol and water, you see, they are easily miscible. Okay, you take alcohol and you add plenty of water to it, you dilute it with water. It's very difficult to separate. So I go for fractional distillation. Separation of petrol, diesel, kerosene oil, etc. from crude petroleum is also done by fractional distillation. Last of all, we have chromatography. It is a process of dissolved constituents of a mixture. Dissolved constituents of a mixture, such as colored dyes from ink. So you are going to separate the various constituents of the colored dyes from ink. By which method? Chromatography. So I hope this mind map of separation techniques for mixtures will make things easy for you. Please revise the lesson and answer the question that follows. Thank you.